The Dallas Mavericks are one of the best teams in the NBA right now. They beat the Clippers in 6 and the Thunder in 6, but it's all about to change. The Mavs are playing the Minnesota Timberwolves in the conference finals, and this looks like it's going to be a great series. No, I think Minnesota will clear and win in 4 games, and here's why. The first thing is that the Mavericks are a great offensive team, and when you come up against a really good defense in the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're going to struggle against the top 5 defenses in the regular season. They were 6-10, and you might be thinking, that's just a regular season, they'll be better on the playoffs. But have they really been better on the playoffs? Yes, they won the 2 series in 6 games, which was impressive, but both Luka and Kyrie, their averages went down on all places, rebounds, assists, and points. You might be thinking, yet again, that they're just playing with their team, there's distributing, but at some point, you just need to take the team and lead it. You need to be that dominant force we've seen Luka do in those games against the Charlotte Hornets. We need those in the big games. He might have 40 or 50 in a regular season game, but we haven't seen him have that big game in the regular season. Yes, he's been good. I can't argue that. He's still one of the best players, but we need that step up if you want to win this series. And then you got Kyrie. He also hasn't been producing well. He's had a lot of games where they just fell apart. They couldn't produce offensively, and that was also Kyrie. He had games with 8, 14, 12 points. I know he's aging and Luka's taking the main role, but as a secondary scorer, and that's the thing that he's relied on and that's what he's good at, it's not working as well as you want it to. Then you have to look at the team they're playing. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves, the best defensive team in the league, and they've got the perfect matchup. A great defender in Anthony Edwards on Kyrie. You've got Jaden McDaniels, an old defensive team second player, on Luka Doncic, who's tall and versatile. 2 things you need to guard Luka Doncic. And then you've got 2 bigs that could give Lively and Daniel Gafford problems down paint, especially how versatile Karl Anthony Towns is. And you'll need either Lively or Gafford on him at all times. You also need Lively or Gafford on Rudy Gobert. And it's just how good this Minnesota team is. They've proved how well they can play in the playoffs. And they just took down the defending champions, probably the favourites with everybody. And I can't argue that they're now favourites. When they come up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks would have played a Clippers team which were in shambles and an Oklahoma City team that were inexperienced and showed her. I'm not saying it's a Disney run like Boston have had, but you're going to come up against one of the best teams in the league. Are they prepared, and do they have the firepower? And that will rely on how well Luka and Kyrie play. This series could be drastically different on how the production works, and you just have to hope for that as a Mavericks fan. And I just think when you're coming up against such good defense, I'm doubtful on how well they'll do. And that's all I have for today. So thank you for watching the video. Tell me how you think the series is going to go in the comments down below, and have a nice day.